Both sides. You can see the Eternal really try and make use of the speed boost to split the Gladiators up. Los Angeles have the mobility to sort of get back in formation, but Muse gets caught with a flashbang, and Dredro and Only God's headshots claim him. Space the only one to find a kill here for the Gladiators. Good start for the Eternal.
Josh and I talked about it a little bit the other day, where against these Winston comps, like your McCree, like landing that flashbang and just being able to focus one player. Concede it just yet. It's Shu building up towards that nano boost, but that's going to be a punch in from Mir from the side. Gets Naga. That's huge.
Unreal. You've got to respect the Doomfist there. The fact that the Gladiators didn't even look like they were in position to make anything happen there. And it's a cursory glance around the corner for Mira. A free kill on May, of all things. That's so high value. No chance for Naga to use Ice Block. He was just a pancake. No one capped the point
you had with the McCree and the Batiste, and something that plays a little bit more closer and brawly with a Torb and Moira.
San Francisco tried a similar approach, at least with a Torbjorn, and well, it didn't really work out for them in the end. Mirror is well protected there. That's a drive-by by Space to make sure that Icicle doesn't connect on the Doom. Comes out here. Birdring hasn't used EMP until now, so much of that sound barrier is gone. Only got Naga and Dan all have their abilities turned off for the time being. But Vestal is still able to find Mirror. He's looking fairly healthy now on a self-destruct on the point. Primal Rage! Oh, Muse wasn't aware of it though. So he takes most of his health in damage. What could have been a stalling element there for the Gladiators is blown up quickly. Good presence of mind from Vestala there. Oh, Naga just gets blown up there. The wall is actually what gets used, if I'm not mistaken, to get the kill. Mirror just comes in from the side. Seismic Slam. And then there's 3 walls in 3 different directions he can use to secure an instant kill. Again, on the main. No Ice Block available there. And that's just incredibly high value. That's an outsized impact on the fight for Doom.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not able to make an impact with those May walls, and then you're also getting picked first, you may as well swap to something like the Reaper, which you see Naga do here. Looks like they're just hanging out to the side.
It's too late.
Trying to get Don, yeah, I mean, they look like potentially, with the way they were playing, they were trying to play around one of these ultimates, maybe Don getting this shatter, he gets knocked up into the
decision. Something tells me Muse would rather play the Monkey Man if he could. Dan is very lucky not to get knocked off, and there it is, a Seismic, yep, uppercut. Gonna send him over the edge. Space gives him an extra push. And the Gladiators have so much disruption and displacement here, Matt.
And they just look up. They're so, where other teams, I think just the threat of Mir on the Doomfist dropping down is what's
I have no idea why.
Yeah, he jumped down. That is a little bit too aggressive there. Is that you're going to lose Mir and Muse for that.
And you think the only person really using that little alcove there is probably going to be Space, and he doesn't need a teleporter to go there. So, okay, sure. Gladiators now are going to have to stall this point out a little bit.
You also have an Amp Matrix here to play lower. That's going to be Muse taking tons of damage. Nice Immortality field there from Shu, but it gets taken out real quick, and then they lose Muse.
Yeah, you can see why Batiste is so favored against May, because in a pinch, you can protect your Reinhardt. You get
piece it up to the high ground.
Space didn't realize, I think, at the time the Eternal were engaging, so he goes up, maybe looks for a knockdown. Khan going to go down first, and Naga's lost his Blizzard, so it's gone from bad to horrible here for Paris.
Space was so good in the Shock match, like always in the right position, and then there is the Paris Eternal. Could have maybe even turned that fight at that situation with that Blizzard. He comes through with it.
Yeah, nothing doing. Gladiators stay in the Ivory Tower for now. Muse is a shatter here. He's looking to challenge his front line with Naga. Get out of the picture. You cannot lose your May like that. You need to get some value out of at least the Ice Block. Losing out of Doomfist time and time again. May's as good as 2 players in some cases.
Lands a good one. Puts this map in their favor.
It isn't good, but it may not have to be. No. Muse going to get charged though by Dan. Only God has been removed. Moth's aggression yields some results here. Getting rid of Vestala there is so big. Space somehow. What does he do? He's able to find Khan. It's unclear whether he's back in the mech there or not, but he still finds the kill, presumably as Mini Diva? That's not ideal. Some unreal value being generated by the Gladiators.
Muse and Co diving in.
Slow play, plenty of poke damage. Naga just waits for a target. He finds Mirror with the tri-shot early, and again, he now gets to feast on the rest of the Gladiators. Look, I'll be honest, weird composition for the Gladiators. My P-brain can't make any sense of it. It definitely doesn't work against this setup for the Eternal. Sort of drop down a little bit easier. And maybe Dan misses the memo there. Immortality field has to be used to try and keep the Orisa alive, and in the meantime, Kevster says, okay, keep your Orisa alive. I'll go now make hay while the sun shines. And you get 2 Dragonblade kills and a dash.
as he gets the effects of the close to the door. As we see more and more teams do this now.
Wow. Rally and Matrix both used here by the Paris Eternal, and it seems to have not really done anything to get them out of here. Scooter's more than happy to mirror. We'll go with his own rally here. The Eternal get absolutely nothing and spend both support ultimates.
I don't know how you defend against this.
Okay, yeah, Shu, takes a bunch of damage from Vestal. That was nice positioning from him. Kevster, though, so goes in, even without the nano boost, tries the blade, gets Naga, not an easy target to find. Skewed backs up, he used rally. The Gladiators...
Maybe you end up seeing the nano on a Muse here. Oh, no,
wow,
it's a nano on Echo, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, Miro with the extra durability lets him play a bit more like this, right? And that's a dead shield instantly from the sticky bombs. Easy kills for him. Building closer again to a duplicate, which was, I mean, absolutely going to be devastating. Only got moving the cart dutifully. Nice sticky bomb use. A lot of damage there, and Only God's able to follow up here. On the Tracer, he returns to the fray on, and Mira's able to chase down. There's no defense matrix, and that cart's still sat there, Matt.
Yeah, and Mira gets a duplicate onto the Tracer. He'll drop a pulse bomb in, doesn't get anything, but Muse comes to the Primal Rage. Going to try and keep this going for the Gladiators, as you have players coming back from the spawn. Space will have a self-destruct launch, that one up in the sky. And Shu actually has this nano. He can
no
also
way!
use Muse if he wanted.
Khan down to the self-destruct. You can't afford to lose him at this part of the map. The Eternal needed him so badly, Matt. And yet he's still taken 10 seconds left in the round. Mira is out there duplicating Traces, Matthew.
I mean, the Gladiators just seem to be on another level right now than the other teams we've seen in NA. As Space knocks Naga away. Is that
he built it so very quickly? Ungodly start.
They had no
Muse
clue.
just walks in here.
No
this is over.
Yeah.
It's already over, Matt. This first point. Nothing you do. Dredro's able to jump away at the very least here, but you know, Naga has to go insane right now, and Dredro, yep, doesn't have an airborne target anymore. He gets slept, so that's less safety for Dredro. All right.
And that is, you know,
that's 2 ults in less than 2 minutes. All right, Kevster down early. I wondered if they might commit to this anyway. Yeah, they're going to go for it. Interesting decision, to say the very least, but, you know.
I think they lost the person that got nano. Did they?
Muse didn't get nanoed. Yeah, I think they tried to nano Mirror to keep him alive, but he was too low, even with the healing.
I think he dropped as soon as they did the nano. We maybe take a look at that, but I don't take it so much damage. Yeah, there's not a way they're going to be able to save him.
Does the Orisa must feel awful against such a mobile composition? Just terrible situation for Dan to have to play in. Dredro down to the pulse bomb from Kevster. Getting Brig with those bombs is absolute top value right now. Khan under scrutiny. Kevster will head away to grab a health pack, or maybe just a different angle of attack. The McCree is there, but Only God's already so low and looks like he'll use a flashbang. Kevster just munches him up. 3:25 on the clock. That card is careening.
The Summer Showdown is some good damage there from Mira. Is that Space actually gets whip-shotted off the side? You do get a trade, though, as Kevster takes out Naga.
And Mira just replaces him, so it's still a Diva in play right now. Immortality Field already had to be used, so the next few seconds are scary for Paris now that that's been used. Shu's closing in on another nano boost, and Mira gets a free kill with the self-destruct. Muse is down, so Shu got the nano, but doesn't have a main tank to use it on right now. Mira's still going to try and have some sort of impact, but Naga is able to chase him off.
I think that's another nano that pushed the cart through, so.
Nicely done by Naga. Just gets that 1v1. Still, Khan's going to get traded out here. Dangerous for Only God. They're all in his face. He tries to fan the hammer. He's knocked away, and Muse chases him down with the Primal. Muse is not done yet, though. Fortify used by Dan, but the rest of his compatriots don't have that kind of stability. He's going to be able to get the D-suit here, and Kevster just follows up, chases them down. Muse's Primal Rage causes so much disruption for the Eternal, and they can't do anything when they're so disparately spread.
They get a Symmetra coming back. Only God puts a TP down, thinks everybody else can make it, and he gets taken out coming through it. This will be a rally that comes through. Don gets to the payload. He gets taken out rather quickly. So this looks like the fight the Gladiators put away.
It's over. It's over. The Gladiators eventually come up with the answer there.
Muse looking for a target.
Only God might have been using that just to make sure no one came for him, but pretty good trade so far for the Gladiators. It's 2-for-1 to favor them, and again, that is really above and beyond what you expect when you're playing this close-up spawn camp style. I mean, it didn't work for the Eternal very well on Eichenwald either, Matt.
Look at how far. This allows them to farm this nano even faster. As nano on the Muse.
Oh, no. Onigod got desperately. I think he's trying to get Bird Ring. He flashed someone, Onigod did, and Muse is there just giving him a tickle. There's an immortality field even given out by Khan to try and keep Onigod alive in order to get that kill. Eventually, the Eternal find it. But Muse is going to have Primal Rage. There's going to be a Dragon Blade here now as well for the Gladiators. And this Kevster, where does this one go? Surely looking for Khan. He actually avoids getting knocked down by the accretion, but the area of effect damage still gives him a good tickle. And the pressure's on Shu. They're looking for him, and those Hyperspheres eventually bounce in and get him.
Yeah, they're going to back up. No opportunity there. Maybe they thought that the tanks could juggle a little bit longer where Shu could build up a... Give him the jukes. Just space is so good right now.
Reflected Deadeyes, eaten Pulse Bombs. He's having a tough run today, and Kevster with the Nano Boost can only get a little bit of value there, of course, as initially there's a Gravitic Flux, but he's able to find a crucial kill.
He was motionless in the Gravitic Flux for a bit of his Nano. The Nano probably ends up keeping him alive with the damage reduction, but Gladiators get a fight win. They will now play a Tracer of their own. So a Tracer v Tracer matchup. Space in a very difficult spot. As he is not going to make it out. As maybe Paris gets the soul.
Come on! Dan essentially left a little bit out at sea here. He's hit with the Body Grenade, so fortifies. And here come the rest of the Paris Eternal. They filter back in. Again, Khan gets caught out of position, but at least there's a trade. This is much better stuff from the Eternal. Looks like they're starting to get a bit of a feel for the pace the Gladiators are trying to play at. Paris are in a position now where they get to have a crack at the last phase of the map.
Yeah, they're right. Khan is so low.
Obviously, checkpoints already come up here. The Gladiators are still committed to this fight, but they lose two, both the backliners. Vestala's self-destructor gets rid of them. And they commit an EMP to that fight, do the Gladiators, so maybe a switch from Bird Ring, or maybe can still get some Deadeye value. Muse is clinging to life and he's going to get chased down by the Gunslinger. Flashbangs there, but the Dragon Blade looks pretty darn good. Backed up with a Nano Boost, and the Gladiators push off the Eternal now, and we're in last fight territory.
So close, though, for Paris. Is Kevster going to push up? I don't know what you can reflect there on the brink, but they're going to get Dridro on the way out. As Don trying to get there on the ball. It'll be Vistola who gets a touch. Gets hacked and D-Mech, though.
Not good. You really want him to be alive later into the fight. Some pressure on Shu is definitely one of your key win conditions here. Hack on Dan. Wrecking Ball's in deep trouble now. Hit with a Body Grenade? Not quite. Didn't have to be. Yeah, with Dridro falling here, there's no chance for the Eternal to get close enough. Even Naga gets hit with an EMP. And the Eternal fast. Oh, Vessel already desuited though. I think Khan thought about maybe trying to heal him or even nanoing the Diva potentially, but that's not an option now. There's the Molten Core. And the Nano Blade. Brings in the way. Kevster not too bothered. Yeah, he respects Khan enough here to back away and not try and go for the kill. I don't think Onigod knew this at first. He took a deflected hit while overloaded, I think. That's why he was so low there.
And it's...
Bird Ring out early on, but this guy's pretty canny. He knew not to just waste that ultimate. Blizzard used by Naga there on the cart, but Khan's down. Khan is down. That's a big problem. And yeah, Space is killing everyone. Absolutely rolling the Eternal.
And the team from the Gladiators is so mobile that when Naga drops that Blizzard...
Something big. There was a speed boost involved there by Dridro. Looks like he might have caught Shu, actually. So, pretty happy with that, I think, if you're the Reinhardt here. Self-destruct, that's why Force Muse to jump forward. He has to use his own bubble to get done eventually here. Molten Core from Onigod, though, again, it's another composition that just walks away from it. Both Naga and Onigod are playing heroes that are very good at sort of punishing enemies grouped up close together, but that's the opposite of what Los Angeles are doing.
Yeah, I mean, they should go back and do that.
Shu had to play pretty close there. Somehow gets away with it. Kevs to find the finish on only with the Nano. There's an EMP after the fact. Dan was already sleeping. He's been punished very, very badly over the course of this series. Just for being a main tank player. That's all. That's all he did wrong, Matt.
Yeah, and I mean, the hacks come through from Bird.
Kevs sees Onigod there as well, but I like the Eternal do. Speed into Naga, into Skewed rather, and yeah, Naga on the McCree doing some work. Calling the Winstons behind him. He can probably finish the job there with a Fan the Hammer. Yeah, good switch up for the Eternal. A little bit late, but they got 3 minutes to hold.
I mean, the issue is, so you have 3 minutes. Rig in the mix. It's going to be a Nano Blade.
Yeah, Kevster looking for Khan, gets him. He might be Body Grenaded, but he still has a Nano Boost, so that damage reduction goes a long way. Getting rid of both Dridro and Khan there is exactly what the Doctor ordered.
And look, now this next fight, remember, they don't have to make it all the way to the end of the map. You can see the...
Here's the Deadeye. Overtime comes up here, and Naga is waiting, patient. He's going to force the Gladiators out of line of sight. Here comes the Nanoblade. Kensu's going to find something here, but his backline is already gone. Again, the Eternal come up with the goods. They get rid of those supports, and there's no one to back up the rest of the Gladiators. Paris cleverly pressure on the Brig, and a Biter Grenade to follow it up. That's pretty nasty. Can the Eternal bounce back from this one? Mira compounds the issue from above. Only got very low, forces him to recall at a really pivotal part of the fight. Dridro did stay alive pretty long after getting hacked, but now the Eternal will get cleaned up.
Yeah, so the focusing beams from Mir, a few players really low. Like you mentioned, Onigod almost gets taken out by it as well. They lose, I think it's Naga straight away at the beginning. Vestolo, once he gets low, no...
Hangzhou specifically. I mean, he'll take one on Moth here, but the Nanoboost has already been deployed. That is going towards Mira. He's playing defensively. He knows the Eternal are trying to dive on Shu, so the peel is very good. Birdering trades though, and Naga's able to find 2 kills. I think that's going to annoy Mira quite a lot there. He doesn't want to get traded in that kind of fight. Not with the spawn advantage, so favoring Paris. Yeah. Who's playing an unbelievably good Echo. Yep.
He needs Nano.
Still can't get it done.
Not able to take him out. So big to not allow Mira to get into the backline and cause a lot of chaos. As Dawn gets purple, doesn't matter though. There goes Moth. Whether it's Moth or Skewed, and now Shu under so much pressure from the Paris Eternal.
How much better Dawn's looking on the Winston here.
Paris Eternal, you feel pretty good. That's going to be an EMP. It just connects with both tanks.
Yeah, this time though, Dawn can't pressure that backline whatsoever. Naga though is still doing it. He just kills up both backliners. You don't kill this Echo, you're going to lose the game.
And he gets the Nano. Doesn't even matter that they leave both tanks out on the island. Muse gets the Nano for the Gladiators and not able to deal with the backline. But Naga and Onigod take
the touch. Primal Rage is going to be there.
They give up a tick too, man.
Self-destruct on the point again. Naga strikes this guy on his back. Oh, the Eternal getting put. And he's starting to fly high. Muse is able to find at least 1 kill on Dridro, but unlikely there'll be any more to follow it, as frankly, the Gladiators getting absolutely dominated on this map so far. Just night and day from the early season.
McCree May, like the Doom is not really great against Tracer Echo, and that is why. I mean, he gets two shots off the high ground and then taken out.
Okay, we are seeing the other side of the Gladiators coin right now, Matthew. We're sat there in the break.
Completely different games.
Yep.
These first 2 maps.
Different team entirely. Paris, definitely, you can ascribe some. And now they're looking squarely at Moth. Oh, Mira's struggling, forced away. Duplicator Winston, Primal Rage makes it impossible for the Reaper to get to grips, and Onigod is going to finish the job. Shu looks good, gets rid of Naga up close, but there is many more problems for the Paris Eternal, or rather for the Gladiators to deal with. Self-destruct to create a bit of space, some time, and Onigod's going to look to try and chase Moth down. Very elusive is that Lucio. And Mirror and Birdering have chimed back in, and maybe at the crucial moment have given the Gladiators a real shot at staying in this.
And what did I talk about? Giving up that tick with the 54%. This is not good, man.
That is, I mean, he has been getting dismantled this map so far. All right, Muse gets a Nano Boost. Dridro gets one as well. I think the Paris Eternal are worried about losing their Brig while she's rallying. Whether that's justified fear or not, doesn't really matter now. Ash is down near Birdering, just gets removed. Such an odd choice against a team that is going to die for you anyway. The Paris Eternal, man, they look a little too good. Mira just... oh, mate. Oh, take a seat. You know what, Mira? Stand up. Dridro on the Lucio, quite a good look for him. It's going to be Muse that goes down first. Muse actually on the Reinhardt gear, so the Gladiators absolutely out of their comfort zone.
Yeah,
but this is the Eternal's wheelhouse.
Right, the Muse on the Rhine, we've really seen him play his best on the Winston. So taking this Reinhardt v Reinhardt matchup, this is the type of gameplay that the Paris Eternal want to have as they use the Symmetra. This would be a really bad one for the Gladiators. That'll be an Amp Matrix used by Khan. And now this will be one drop by Shu, but you have everybody falling already as you're going to get nothing for it.
Key ultimates for which this comp is so valued, and that's a Space Gravitic Flux. You'd love to see those. Dragon Strikes there as well. Sound Barrier is perfect from Dredro, though. Absolutely spot on. It's just not enough to keep the Eternal up. Too much gas from the Gladiators.
Yeah, that's a lot, as you do see Naga use a Blizzard here, and Onigod with 2, Onigod with 3.
Shatter comes out, Onigod knocked down. Muse picks him up, but no cap on the point. No cap now. Let's see if the Gladiators, as pro players, of course, with the mental fortitude to keep themselves going here. Khan is felled by a charge from Muse there. The Blizzard from Kevster sets the fight up nicely. Got to be a cap here, though, from the Gladiators now. It's their last chance. Vessela's going to buy him a chance at a remake here with the self-destruct. The Gladiators peel off. They know they don't have to get rid of this map, though, even with the dive in play. That's another ramp matrix, and Shu's immortality field's been removed. Moth's going looking for what? We don't know. An early grave, perhaps? Dredro catches him, just dominates him. Lucio, 1v1. I think Moth ran afoul of some Symmetra turrets there, but still, he got rolled.
Oh, nice shatter there. So that may be a difference maker here in holding on to the point. Is Paris, yeah, they're going to have...
But Space is still there to protect him from some of the damage. Blizzard from Naga here. Khan's lost his immortality field, but so has Shu. The self-destruct doesn't find anything. Meteor Strike gets nothing either. Naga gets rid of Kev, so that Blizzard really pays off. And even if Onigod gets knocked off the edge, the Gladiators are in dire straits now. Shu got chased all the way into spawn by Vessela. And the Paris Eternal, they're the ones that look a notch above on this particular map. And the Gladiators have one chance to save themselves from absolute disaster.
Sweet. Torb in the mix. The Symmetra will stay here for the Gladiators.
Oh, Dredro blown up early. Okay.
Fast.
Shu's angry, and so he should be. The Gladiators here look to try and avert one of the most ridiculous reverse sweeps we've seen this season, and a real
some of this up to turret. And then the ball and the Tracer to finish players off, and right away Dawn is going to be able to get Birdring.
And it's not a thing that Birdring could have done to deal with Naga anyway. Normally on the Echo.
Paris.
Yeah. They are the ones that actually get to set the tone now. Kevster finds... Excuse me. 2 headshots on the May. Somehow keeping this stalled out real nicely. And can't use Ice Block. Can't get there. That's... I mean, you don't see that... Air Matrix there for Muse. It's like the Fire Strike did go through it. It gets Vestalo. Yeah, okay, Shadow, but he's knocked down. It's going to be a self-destruct for 2. Sure, Muse being felled by that one. I don't think the Gladiators are any closer to retaking here. Onigod looks great in the later part of the fight, and Birdring might be on McCree, but Naga doesn't look like he's feeling threatened at all. This is going to get frustrating for them because they really lack the tools to deal with Darn outside of a good hack on him. Naga's back in the fight. Moth is dead yet again. First Pulse Bomb, now the Farah. And it had to be a Pulse from Kevster to get rid of the ball. But Naga's here with the barrage. It's 90% and counting. The Eternal are close, Matt.
Yeah, they're never able to flip the point. You still have one player here. It's going to be Kevster. He's going to get staggered out. It's Onigod with a Pulse Bomb. Could he land it onto Moth? Is Moth not going to be able to get a use of the sound barrier at all during this point?
2-0 after the first 2 maps. The Gladiators look the better team, but the Eternal, they wake up. They find their flame, and now the Pulse Bomb on Space means he can't touch. Ridiculous scenes here. So Paris Eternal figure out a really flummoxing problem from the Gladiators. Moth has to go for a sound barrier, only keep 2 players alive, but Naga's going to deal with abuse quite happily now. The victory lap, I can feel it. It's starting to begin. Paris, they're getting it done. EMP catches on a 4, but Naga gets rid of Birdring. Still in overtime now. Moth is not going to touch either. Unreal! The Paris Eternal have done it. What a reverse sweep! They look vastly inferior after the first 2 maps. Something clicks, and they turn into superstars in the space of a 3-minute break, Matt.